And we're back. Yo, the views and the opinions expressed on this podcast may not be those of the host or their guest. Viewer discretion is advised. All right, welcome back to another episode of Renaissance for the Soul. It's I, Odin Young. We have, of course, a guest again with us today. Young Travis with us. We also got with us Milestone.
What's happening?
What's happening?
Yes,
He
sir.
said he got the whole cowboy outfit on.
Yes, sir.
And nah, he ain't even on the Beyonce wave. He been doing this. So
Right.
if y'all look online, what's the Instagram?
It's I am Milestone. 4 words. I am Milestone.
I am Milestone. You'll see all the way back. He been thugging, cowboy thugging. So tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
Yes, sir. Yeah. I'm Milestone. Known as the Carolina Cowboys. So yeah, I've been here since 2009. I do a mixture of country and rap. I also have a clothing company called Famlei Market where I sell authentic vintage clothing, and I also work at a ranch. So you can follow us at ET Horses 2022 as well, based in Lithonia, Georgia. So we do all types of equestrian experiences out there as well for anybody who needs. You know what I'm saying? It's a nonprofit organization. So you know what I'm saying, anybody who do come out there and want to, you know what I'm saying, get your work on, or you want to, you know what I'm saying, get a service, you can actually write some of that stuff off. You did?
Right. So you just got back from Alabama though, right?
Yeah, just got back from Alabama.
You did a show down there?
Yeah. It was Birmingham.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How'd it go? How the vibes?
It was good. I ain't gonna lie, like I just feel like when you go out of town, like I've been here as long as I've been here, like, you know what I'm saying, like it's a certain amount of love you get, but then the love increases. It's multiplied when you go out, you know what I'm saying, out of state and actually like see what else is out there. Like it's a whole nother appreciation for what you do. You know what I'm saying? Then you learn, like you learn some things when you hear, like in the competition of Georgia where there's a lot of things going on. Like you learn a lot of different things that you could take with you and go out somewhere else where, you know what I'm saying, you could be able to really amaze people. So, and it was a sneaker convention, so I was one of the only few acts to perform, plus I was able to sell my clothes as well. So yeah.
All right, that's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually dope too that you do it like that, because I think that's how I met you. You was performing, but you also was, you know, on your hustle too.
Oh yeah.
And I appreciate that because, you know, it shows that multifaceted nature to yourself.
The thing about it is like you got like one day I just asked myself, how can I make it make sense? Like doing all these different events, going to these different events, you know what I'm saying, doing all these different shows. How can I make it make sense to my pockets? And like, you know what I'm saying, I turned one of my passions to a paycheck, and now it's like, you know, it helps me when I go out of town, or, you know, so even though I'm in Georgia, like, you know what I'm saying, being able to actually do some shows or go to some events, but then, okay, cool, I'm also set up as well. So I'm making my money, I'm meeting people, I'm networking, but at the same time, I'm also making my money as well, you know what I'm saying? So
It's dope. It's dope.
Where'd you get your style from?
Okay, so I always been a country boy. Shout out to my homie Deja. Is one of my people in my circle. Like she actually helped me to really gain, I guess, the she actually, so she should work at this store called Buffalo Exchange. They don't exist no more here.
Yeah.
They shut down, you know what I'm saying, they ain't last during the pandemic, but like I met her, she's an artist as well, but she was working there, and, you know, we were just chopping it up about different things, and, you know what I'm saying, she just helped me to really, you know what I'm saying, cultivate my actual style, the way I dress now. I added my own bits and pieces to it and elevated it, but, you know, she was the start of it, definitely.
Right. And what part of, you from North Carolina, right?
North Carolina, yes sir.
What part?
From a small town called Garrisburg in the middle of nowhere.
Okay.
Sticks.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's what's up.
What made you move out to Atlanta?
Music got me here. I got a band scholarship for school, and you know what I'm saying, I played in band. I was in the band playing instruments since I was younger, since I was in middle school, and music actually got me here. I wanted to move to Atlanta though. Specifically, Atlanta was the place that I actually was interested in because when I came down here when I was 12, I just fell in love with it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, this is the place I want to be at, because in the country I knew there's a lot more out there. So I wanted to go somewhere where it was a city, where there's a lot more to do. But at the same time, I ain't want to be in the north because I don't deal with no cold weather. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, nah, let me go where it's hot, but at the same time, go where, you know what I'm saying, I could be around way more people. And Atlanta just seemed like it was the place at the time frame. So I never been to Florida, you know what I'm saying? Well, during that time frame, I never been to Florida. So it was like, that was the spot for me. Atlanta was the spot.
Now, with the Talk a little bit about that nonprofit.
Oh yeah. So the nonprofit organization with ET Horses 2022. Shout out to Ms. Gwen. That's my business partner. So the nonprofit organization at the side of it, we actually work more so with children and children with autism and special needs. So she has regular clients on the daily basis, say who come out to the ranch, and they actually do very well with the horses. A lot of times, like everybody else, we be like I said, the horses sense our energy, and a lot of times they be stubborn, or they can sense if somebody's scared, so they don't want to, they don't really want to, go when you say go or this and the third. They don't want to follow commands and whatnot. So they actually connect with them more, and they do lessons. So we have regulars that come every week, and come and ride the horses, and then that's the nonprofit organization side of it. It's more so for the kids with autism.
Okay.
Mhm.
Nah, that's dope as well, man. You
Yeah.
said it's in Lithonia?
In Lithonia, yep.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, right between. So, so anybody who in Georgia who tapping in, like if you go where Stonecrest Mall is at, so that's further east side, Stonecrest Mall area. Then you go straight down. I think that's Centerville Highway. So you go past the mall. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be. It's definitely on your left. It's on your left hand side. It's probably a plaza. It's a plaza where Georgia DDS is. Waffle House is over there. There's a liquor store over there too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, before you get to that plaza, you know what I'm saying, we right there. We gonna be that turn right before you get to that plaza.
Okay, so Deja kind of met you. You was already rapping.
Mm-hmm.
What was you rapping about at the time, or what was your style before she met you?
My style jumped all over the place. Okay, so at first, I mean, everything has always been country. It's always been country, whether I'm talking about my life, you know what I'm saying, growing up in the country. I kind of was on some trippier vibes to it for a certain time frame, but I always try to mix it in with something to just talk about my life. So yeah, I would say it's always been country. It kind of developed, definitely more so the Dirty South vibe. So like I grew up listening to Project Pat, 3 6 Mafia, UGK, Outkast, of course. You know what I'm saying?
A-Ball.
Yeah, definitely A-Ball, MJG, like a lot of
Juvenile.
Juvenile, you name it. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of folks. And shout out Soldier Slim. You know what I'm saying? A lot of folks forgot about him. A lot of folks forget about a lot of legends. Webby Boosie. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of them old legends. You know what I'm saying? Kingpin, Skinny Pimp. Like yeah, it's them type folks that really had me to develop into who I am now. So my subject matter a lot of times like I gained a lot listening to that. You know what I'm saying? At one point, I feel like I was trying to emulate that instead of like actually just letting it be myself. But then I actually like get more and more into like how I can own it. You know what I'm saying? Own my own style and own whatever it is I'm talking about to where it's my own stuff. So, and that's when I started to really being where I'm at now, where you know what I'm saying, I just pretty much like I got my own sound where I don't sound like nobody else.
Right. Were you already rocking the cowboy boots and the cowboy hat? No, he was already rocking that.
Been doing that since 2016, 2017.
That was before you met her or after?
It might have been, I'm not sure. It might have been before.
And you was already riding horses?
Might have been before. Oh, no. I didn't start working with the horses until like 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, that's something new. So, that's something I manifested pretty much, and then boom, it just came.
Yeah.
So with your whole style, with cowboy boots, cowboy hat, just the whole persona, you added the horse to that, or was that something like you met her and she already had a ranch and it just worked out because of your style already? How did that even come to play? Yeah,
just something that just worked out, manifested, and then boom, it just came. Like I wanted to be more outdoors in the way. Like I wanted to, you know what I'm saying? Like it was more so of like me wanting to gain an activity that, you know what I'm saying, allows me to be outside, something that I could do more. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be around the horses, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, boom, it just came. Just fell right in my lap pretty much.
Where did the kids and the autism and all that come from?
Well, that's part of so my business partner I work with, she this has been her program.
Okay.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying, so I'm helping out with the program now as a business partner now. Cause she's older. She's in her. I'm not gonna put her age out there. I know how women feel about age, but you know what I'm saying. She been doing this for a while, And you know, saying as far as like a lot of the nuances being in my age, and a lot of things I might know and people I can connect with, me being out all the time, I'm always pushing the ranch. I'm a walking billboard for what I do. You know, so people see me dressed like this. Okay, now I can tell them about it. So you know, it just made sense for her. It also made sense for me as well in my brand and what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, that's real. I love too, like being service oriented to the kids too.
Oh, definitely.
You know, they definitely need that, and that's dope. I want to talk a little bit about some more of your musical influences.
Okay.
Because we brought up, we said Juvenile, 8 Ball, Outkast, UGK, any Crit in there too, Big Crit.
Crit was a major part of my life. Like, yeah, I would say like that blog era when he first came out, like, you know what I'm saying, that was a major part of my life. Like I had a whole different alias I went by before I started listening to him, all that stuff. I'm not gonna lie, like him, Sahara the Prince, Currency, you know what I'm saying, that time frame, like those specific three were definitely instrumental in helping to form, like, help me to form like the beginning of Milestone.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Nah, that's dope.
And Cole too. I gotta put Cole. Let me not forget Cole.
Yeah.
He from Carolina, so I can't forget Cole. Yeah.
So when you was first, like, I guess, developing your persona, what was some of, like, I guess, the themes or like the name you were going by? What were you trying to hit for?
I mean, it just the name honestly came with me. So of course, Milestone not my government name, you know what I'm saying? But the name just came to me. I was listening to a Sahara the Prince song, and the song and the name just came to me. I looked at the definition of a milestone. And I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? A significant time or moment in history. Also, it's another definition of it as well that has something to do with direction. So that's where I took that and I said, okay, cool, let me make it to, you know what I'm saying, milestone. Something that's simple, something that, you know what I'm saying, flows off the tongue, you know what I'm saying, something that doesn't take that much to spell, you know what I'm saying? You know, like if somebody wanted to put my name in Spotify, you know what I'm saying, put my name in, preferably title because Black owned. You know what I'm saying? If you want to put your name in there, you want to find it, cool. Like you don't have to like, how you spell that? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not too much. You feel me? So the early days of Milestone, so so before Milestone, it's crazy. I went by a whole different name. It was a lame ass name. I don't know if we can cuss, but you know, it was a lame name. It's called Groundhog Status. I know, lame. It was crazy. Yeah, I don't tell this story much, but yeah, I got like 5 mixtapes out on that Piff and all that stuff from them days. But yeah, that was the early days, and I made a transition to Milestone and just a whole change in music, whole change in everything.
Nah, that's dope. That's dope. What's your favorite Crit project?
So favorite Crit project for me, it gotta be the project where the vent is up there. I forgot the name of it right now. It's like the vent is up there, my sub.
Oh yeah.
This was like in the blog days.
Live from the underground. Is that?
No, that was his album. That was his first. That was his Def Jam album.
Right.
But
I thought. You right. Yeah, you right.
I don't know if it was called Return of Forever. I don't know. Yeah. But What You Call was up there too. You know what I'm saying? The country shit with Bun B and Luda. That was up there too. Yeah. So I forgot the name of the actual project, but it gotta be something forever or something time because that's his whole thing. Yeah.
Nah, that's dope. That's dope, man.
No, I asked you about it earlier, but now that Beyonce came out with the country album, and everybody riding that wave, I see a lot of artists and things doing their renditions, like to her instrumental and all that. How has that affected you? Have you looked to see like how if your streams have went up, or have you even thought about doing your own rendition to the instrumental, so people look back and see that you've been doing this? You know what I mean?
It's in the works right now. Do my own rendition.
Okay.
In the works right now. So let me take it a little bit further back. So when I first started dressing this way, a lot of times I got looked at funny in my own community, you know what I'm saying? Because it was something that wasn't necessarily broadcasted. It wasn't, a lot of folks don't know, there's a lot of black cowboys is out here. You know what I'm saying? They're in Camp Creek, they're on the east side, you know what I'm saying? Now it's a lot on the south side now. But it wasn't really that popular back then, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't cool. I will say this, Lil Nas X actually was the first that actually kind of like made a stamp on that. Where it's like now I go in places now and people ask me, "Oh, I like them boots. Where you get them from?" You know what I'm saying? Like, "Oh, I like that hat. Oh, what's this right here? Oh, it's called a bolo tie. Okay, where can I get one?" Like asking all types of questions about it, being interested in it. Of course, he took a way left. So, I'm gonna leave that there. But when it come down, so Beyonce doing what she's done now, I mean, so Blanco Brown, he had a big song too, that went viral. But Beyonce took it to a whole another different stratosphere because that's just what she could do. She's the Michael Jackson's era. I love how people are now, starting to now dress in cowboy wear, do line dance and stuff like that. Because the first cowboys was indigenous anyway. You know what I'm saying? Really, specifically the Hispanics. They were the first cowboys. You know what I'm saying? And some Native Americans too. So a lot of folks don't know that. You know what I'm saying? But so I love to see that it's something that Black people are embracing more now because for some odd reason, cowboys became more of seen as a white thing when it's like it was never that to start with.
John Wayne.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? John Wayne and you know what I'm saying, everybody else, all them other, you know what I'm saying? My dad, he used to watch Gunsmoke, you know what I'm saying, on TV all the time. Like
Bonanza.
Yeah, you
All
feel me?
that,
Like
yeah,
all them old shows back in the day would made it seem like, okay, it's just a white man hat on a horse when it's like, no, it started as us. You know what I'm saying? It started as colored people. So I love how Beyonce has put this light on it now because there's a lot of country singers who were already on their way who are now getting way more notification now, way more recognition now than they ever have. I definitely see a lot more interest in what I do too. A lot more people checking me out now that wasn't checking me out, or people that might have checked me out back then or whatever here and there, but now they more on me now. I see them watching my stories now. I see them tuned in. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely a difference in streams. It is. You know what I'm saying? So I'm grateful for that, but that's a whole other different conversation in regards to streams and how much it actually equals up to money wise. Yeah.
Now with that, I'm gonna segue into some of these. I've been seeing a lot of different platforms. They're offering, different ways where you can be compensated.
Yeah.
And it's different than the streams. Like I think one is called Even Biz, but essentially it's kind of like a pay what you want type of thing, I think.
Yeah, that's
my understanding.
Yeah, it's Elliot Russell's platform right there. Well, I don't know if it's his or he's branded, but I know he say if you go to the even.biz joint, he's up there. Yeah, I mean that's something that I would more so do. Like as an artist, I feel like honestly it's time to get our own websites now. Like I just got an email the other day. So it's something very recent. So I'm glad we're having this conversation right now. Something very recent that came out where it's a company, whatever company was supposed to pay everybody for their streaming, they are from 2018 to 2022. They miscalculated the streams. So there's like millions of dollars out there that's missing right now that, you know what I'm saying, people don't know about. That is because of any big business, a lot of times you got folks who, you know what I'm saying, going to pocket money because every expense, all the money might not be accounted for. You know what I'm saying? Money might not be supposed to be reported, might not be reported, stuff like that. So that goes other people's pockets. It's crazy how that happens. And so I just got an email that, it was miscalculated stream numbers from, payment numbers from 2018 to 2022. So that's something that's recent that just came out. Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm laughing because I think it's title, to be honest with you.
You think it's title?
No, I heard somebody say, it was earlier today, that YouTube, you get paid the most off of YouTube. Yeah. They thought it was title, but then it came back to what you're talking about. So I'm laughing because you mentioned title, and then I think they're the ones that been,
I didn't know that.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
I will hope not, because I'm like, dang, they the ones who we supposed to be messing with because they black owned, you know what I'm saying? I'm Black History Month. But anyway, dang. But yeah, like something like that is more so like what I'm interested in doing more so in the future in a way. Just really get my own website. Whereas like people can go and actually, you know what I'm saying, go to my website and buy everything from there, from my merch to, you know what I'm saying, the music or whatever, just direct them more to there. The thing is that more so it's just getting more and more people tapped into whatever it is that you're doing in regards to your site or whatever, you know what I'm saying, where it actually makes sense Because a lot of folks they're going to these streaming sites. They just, a lot of folks are programmed to go to whatever it is. It's branded, so people are going to Apple Music, Spotify, whatever streaming platform they may have, because that's more so where they find their favorite artists. You know what I'm saying? So credit how that works, and then just to find out as well, a lot of folks don't know that, every year whatever money is not accounted for goes to the top 10% of artists anyway. So, your favorite artists are also eating off of some of your independent artists that you may know, just because some of them might not have all of their streaming, all their stuff together in regards to their publishing and whatnot, to be able to, be able to have the most amount what they're supposed to get. Even then, they still missing out because of what just happened.
Yeah. So knowing what you know now, what would you what's some advice you would give to somebody that's trying to, do music, or even to your younger self? What would you, knowing what you know now?
Well, I can really applies to both. Stop looking to the left for you, to right of you. Stop looking to what's popular right now. Just figure out who you are. Because in the industry, like once I just put it together, it was just like it was right here. Like I've been country the whole entire time. Like I always been a fan of like real lyricism. So sometimes like some of my raps might be a little bit more faster, and then it's like I've been sometimes where I couldn't stand being country just because I felt like it was getting in the way of how I was able to enunciate and, be able to actually deliver, on my records. But it was to my advantage that, you know what, this is something it's been with me the whole entire time. Why not embrace it and just be me? So whatever it is that you can embrace, whatever it is that's truly you can be able to cultivate a lifestyle off of it. Because a lot of times, people are buying the lifestyle, the artist, they're buying into the artist, not the music so much now. I would give myself that advice to say, okay, the music is great in regards to focusing on making the best music you can possible, but you need to focus more on just being yourself and finding, what can reel people into what you're doing as an individual. Like focus on you and don't listen to what's popular right now, because that may or may not sway you in regards to your direction of what you want to go. Like just focus on you.
That's real. That's real.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you in the industry, right? No matter what it is, a lot of times you gotta sell to your local area before you can even reach nationwide. You know what I'm saying? So if you're trying to be somebody else, your local people ain't even really fooling with that.
Yeah.
But because they don't understand you. But if you is who you is and you speak how you speak, they don't understand that before anything else. And once they grasp you, then they gonna let everybody else know what you're doing. I know you said that like you sell like vintage wear.
Yes, sir.
Do you also sell like country wear? Like you said, you mentioned a bolo tie. I didn't even know that's what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Do you sell those at your shows?
I don't sell on my shows right now. Bow ties are definitely more of a, well, here's the thing. A lot of Western wear is definitely more costly.
Mm-hmm.
So what I do is I sell stuff that is, I sell vintage tees, jackets, jerseys, and hoodies. Just more nostalgia.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Some every once in a while too, you know what I'm saying? I'll wear stuff that I would more so be selling to advertise it. But I'm working on something right now, so I'm manifesting. I get a hat sponsorship where I'll be able to sell the hats, or just pretty much get it where they can be able to, anybody who comes to my shows or buys product or whatever, buys a project, they can be able to get a free hat from whatever organization they'll be. So I'm manifesting that right now.
Okay.
Because a lot of Western wear is expensive. Like if you look up some like this hat right here was $60. You know what I'm saying? And even though $60, I mean, depending on how much you get paid, it may or may not be much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But for a hat, you know what I'm saying, where you can thrift some, you know what I'm saying, some fitteds now, and or some Mitchell and Nesses and snapbacks, and you can get them joints for like $10, $15 now. So, I'm thinking about what's best for for my people's pockets, you know what I'm saying? So right now, some shoes, they cost, the cowboy boots cost a lot of money. So yeah, right now I'm focused on the more so the nostalgia wear, but we'll be transitioning more into that as it makes more and more sense for the people who are interested in what I do. And as my fan base continues to grow in a way, because I'll come across more people who got that type of money where they want to drop it on some Western wear. Yeah.
And you ain't lying about that, because as you see in the gray, I'm older. So when the Jordans first came out, I'm from that era. But
Mm.
them was the first time. Well, I take it back. They said like the British Knights was like one of the first ones where you paying like $85. Back then that was unheard of. $85 for shoes.
Yeah.
And my dad bought some ostrich boots, and them was like $400.
Yep.
We was like, damn. How you on us for some $80 shoes and you got the $400
400.
ostrich boots, cowboy boots, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But that's back in the '90s. They was $400. So what you saying now? That cowboy joints ain't no joke.
Absolutely. And the good thing now is that there are so many, because of the internet now, there's so many companies now that are selling where you can find different price points of different things, but you're still gonna be paying, you know what I'm saying, a good amount of money for some boots.
Yeah.
But it's just way more now. So some of them companies that may have been charging $400 now, they might be charging $1,000 now just because, you know what I'm saying, they've been around for so long. You know what I'm saying? But there are some companies that, you know what I'm saying, out there, they within a certain price range of $200-$300 for some boots, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you can find some boots for $150, you know what I'm saying, as well. But yeah, they are more costly, you know what I'm saying? Definitely. But more durable, I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? I got some boots I haven't had since I started dressing like this. Got some boots I still got to this day. So they last.
Talk a little bit more about the because it's called Famlei, right?
Famlei. Yeah, so it's spelled Famlei. The only reason why I spelled that is because if I would have spelled it the original way, when I was trying to buy a domain for it, just spelled it the original way, with SEO optimization the way that is, they were trying to tell me I need to pay $1,000 a month for that domain, and I told them go to hell. So yeah, I had to switch it up a little bit. So Famlei market.com is the website, and Famlei market is the Instagram too.
Well, nah, that's dope because I like to play on words because you seem like you're community oriented. So it's like, all right, like, and even too, it works because when you go out and perform and you like, nah, y'all check out, my brand Famlei. It's like,
Facts.
again, you building that greater support. So that's definitely dope. Talk a little bit about that process though, because are you purchasing like vintage stuff and then like reselling it, or are you how you go, like you go thrifting and you find stuff, or
Go thrifting all the time. And there's some occasions where I'll find some stuff, brand new tags still on it. Like yesterday, I found an authentic Bel Air Academy Will Smith jersey, Michelin S joint. Tag on it and everything. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like I'll find some brand new stuff sometimes, but there'll be some times where it will be, you know what I'm saying, more so vintage. Like for instance, yesterday too, I found the Betty Boop crew neck. And that's like an older joint, you know what I'm saying? Still it is in good condition though. But yeah, a lot of times I do thrifting. Even when I go out of state, I get there early so that I could be able to, you know what I'm saying, go out there, see what's out there with the thrift stores. I kind of be in, in the Atlanta area, but most of the stuff most of the thrifting I do is outside 285. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like way out there. I'll go to the outskirts for real, for real.
okay. Nah, that's dope.
Considering your style is different than what most people are doing, what do you think it is about you and your music or even your style that's making people embrace you?
People that know me for years know that it was, so there's two parts to that question. So people who know me for years, they knew I was always country. They heard it in my accent, you know what I'm saying, the way I talk. But, you know what I'm saying, they see me embrace it more and more. So now it seems like, okay, it's just him coming into his own of what he already was. So a lot of people respect that. So that's that respect factor for people who know me for years. But then everybody else, they more so just like gravitate towards the look. So now it's like I go to events, it's all types of comments about me being a cowboy, this, that, and the third. But then when I also tell them to what what I'm saying, what I do as well, okay, boom, now it's gravitates them more into checking me out. But I would say I just do my very best to be a walking billboard. So I like to look good, I like to dress a certain way. I like to dress fresh so that way I can be able to, be able to gravitate more. Because I'm marketing myself every time I step out the door.
Based off of based off of just you as a person, we ain't even gonna talk about music or whatever. This is you as a person. Um, if there was $100,000 stake available, there's 100 people in the room. What's a strength of yours that you would say, I'm willing to put this out and I beat anybody in here for $100,000.
Okay, so like a contest or something that I gotta win
Contest that you have to
100,000.
win. Something about you. What? And there's 100 people in the room.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know nothing about these people, but you go. They say, all right, we pick you. You win this 100,000. What's something that you can do better than anybody else in this room?
Rap. Sell what my plan is. Like let's say if it has nothing to do with music, you know what I'm saying? Because that was the question anyway. If it had nothing to do with music, then we're talking about okay, like maybe
it could be music though. I'm just saying your strength.
Okay.
The first thing you said was rap.
But also something else would be like let's say maybe like if there was an entrepreneur panel or something like that, or some organization that was giving away 100,000 to someone who wants to start up a business or something like that. Let me tell them about what I do. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell them about my ranch work. Let me tell them about Famlei Market. Also tell them about some of the other ideas I have as well that ties in, not just that, but some of the connections I have in the Black community as well. You know what I'm saying? That could be able to bring more to the community instead of just being something that's more so self-serving. You know what I'm saying? I got some different ideas and some different things. I feel like there's a big, huge community in regards to cosplay and gaming right now. Mm-hmm. And just seeing that community and especially how they embrace me, I just feel like there needs to be more and more focus on that, which also helps to focus on tech as well. So because a lot of them are into tech, so you're talking about bringing in more tech and more in the Black community. That's more money now. Mm-hmm. So that's also that helps circulate more of that dollar. Now you have more events, you have more spaces where they can go and feel comfortable. Now you got more money coming in the Black community because there's already a lot of money coming in there's the Atlanta area and some of the outskirts. It is Black money that is not like Atlanta's like no other place in regards to that. But now I can bring in more, on that end. So that's just that's just a gist of some of the ideas I got. But yeah, definitely want to bring some festivals in and some different things that can help. And $100,000 would definitely help to do so.
So I take that as nobody can sell you like you. Ain't nobody gonna beat you at selling yourself.
Facts.
I got you.
Facts.
That's true.
And it's also about, giving back. I feel like, it's two things that matters most in life. How can you give back and how can it also be profitable for whoever it is? So if you do a business, it's always about how can it be profitable to somebody else. If you're, if it's a case like that, it's also about, someone wants to give to you. So, okay, how, when they give to you, what are you going to do with it? How are you going to, pay it forward? Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, is it just going to be used for you? Which that'd be cool. But, like if you are able to help others with that, then I feel like it just means a lot more, especially when, it means a lot more, especially when it's like they're giving that to you. So, okay, they're giving that to you, then you decided just use it yourself or, take it to the next level.
Right. Now, sometimes I get kind of asked this question when people learn where I'm from, mm-hmm. But essentially, like, do you feel like, because I feel like some people can come from a small town and then they come to a city and they get swallowed up, right? Mm-hmm. But I told them the opposite. I felt like that actually grounded me more. So I want to get your perspective. You being from a small town, then you come into a city like Atlanta. Like, how was that? Was there an adjustment period, or did you, what kind of values did you stand on?
It took me 3 years really to get adjusted to what the city of life was. Being from the country, real small, real slow. That definitely was an adjustment period in regards to learning how to be a man. Because I first moved out here, I was 18. So learning early manhood, learning, pretty much how to move in the city, learning how to adapt to the pace of the city, not having a car and having to learn how to take MARTA here and there, learn how to time buses, that's in the third, you got to go to a different spot. Learning how to, getting comfortable, getting out your skin more instead of just, where in the country, you ain't got to worry about going a whole bunch of places and people don't know who you are because, everybody know everybody. Now you go so many places, you go everywhere and there could be a lot of folks who don't know who you are, especially when you're new somewhere. So just getting out your comfort zone to do that. There definitely was a three-year grace period in regards to that, but it helped me to identify who I was. I feel like the city will either make you or break you, just any city in general. You know what I'm saying? If it's a big city, I feel like it will just because there's so many different things going on in it, so many different energies and people. It definitely helped make me who I am today.
What initially made you come out here? I know you said the music, but was there anything else?
Like I said, I wanted to live in the South. I want to live in the South, but I wanted to live somewhere where, like where I feel like I can expand, like I can be able to see myself growing and, living the rest of my life in. So that was, that was a decision maker for me. When I came down here and visited Atlanta when I was 12, that was it. I said, since then, I was like, this is where I want to be at. Yep.
At 18, no family, you just came out here on your own?
Yeah, so I have an aunt that stays in Conyers, but I don't really get to see her like that. So yeah, I came out here on my own. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't staying with her, no nothing. Like, it was just me, myself, and I figuring it out.
In the car, home, like, what's it? I know Trav got a story where he was in the car when he first came out here.
Yeah.
And inspired his book, you know what I'm saying? From that experience. What was it when you came out here? You had the money saved up and you just got a spot, or you couch to couch?
Luckily, it was there were times where I was couch to couch. Absolutely, definitely was a couch surfing. Couch surfing for a little bit. I'll say that school definitely helped as well, because I mean, you know what I'm saying, there was, you know what I'm saying, staying in dorms. So like my first couple of years here, that was an advantage I had. But yeah, I had no car back then. So
what school you came out here and went to?
So I went to Morehouse St. Clark, Atlanta.
Okay.
So yeah, that was the experience in itself, just being the AUC. But yeah, there was even after college, you know what I'm saying, definitely were times where I was couch surfing, time where I was definitely had to sleep in the car all the time. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, figured it out though eventually.
If you had to, I guess, title the chapter of your life, where you at right now, what would be the name?
Expansion. Doing a lot of shows, traveling in different states. More and more people knowing about who I am, and the markets that I'm discovering that I do well in. Yeah, definitely expansion.
Okay. That's dope.
Especially with this brand, the way I branded myself as a cowboy now, not just, you know what I'm saying, not just my own expansion, but the expansion of the ranch too. You know what I'm saying? I'm helping to bring more business out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in charge of the social media now. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause like I said, she older, she don't do all that stuff. So I'm in charge of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's expansion. This is, you know, me taking on more responsibilities, but then bringing more people into whatever it is that I'm doing, I'm a part of.
As a musician, or a person that does music, everybody has different definitions of that. I'll just say a musician. And you know, everybody has their highs and lows. What's one song that you can listen to anytime you in that low spot that makes you feel better?
A song that makes me feel better. I would say it's two Outkast songs, really. But the one main one that stuck with me for a long time was Liberation.
I knew you was gonna say that.
You know I was gonna say that? Yeah, that's the one right there. That's the one.
That one.
Well, the other one would be Andre. It's really just Andre in the song. That's he has a song called Vibrate.
Oh yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, that's a song I can meditate to right there. I do meditate to it actually. Yeah.
It's on the Love Below.
Yeah.
Yes,
sir. Love Below, one of my favorite albums.
Yeah.
And it changed your whole frequency. Like, you feel you could be just down, listen to that, and then it just changed your whole feeling within yourself.
Absolutely. To the point where I don't listen to them songs because I know what they'll do. I don't listen to them unless I know I need to pick me up. You know what I'm saying? I don't even listen to them just for leisure now.
Yeah, cause Liberation crazy, cause even once they get finished with the verses, then Big Rube come in. And it's like, he just moved your soul again. So
Facts.
I feel you on that.
That whole entire song from start to finish is like, you know what I'm saying? You just take it all in. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to digest, easy to follow. It's one of the ones, man. It's one of the ones right there. I don't think that song gets enough credit. I don't think enough people talk about that song. You know what I'm saying? When they talk about Outkast, when they talk about like Goody Mob, like that's one joint right there that people gotta. I think because it was an album cut and not something that was really, you know what I'm saying, pushed like that. I feel like it kind of went under the radar, and it should get way more respect than it gets.
Yeah, because you had CeeLo on there, Erica, you know, and Big Rube, and it just came together.
Even Big Boy trying to sing up there a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, And I feel like, you know what I'm saying, I don't know who's on some of them background vocals, but I'm just like, you know what I'm saying, some of them background vocals also as well, it helps too, because it just like creates the whole, it's you know what I'm saying, it just helped create the vibe of the song even more. It helped to, you know, develop it. So, whoever that was to do that too, shout out to them.
Yeah. What's your favorite state to perform in?
Right now, my favorite state is Tennessee. I love Tennessee. Love it. You know what I'm saying? Anywhere. I performed in Nashville. Well, no, I'm about to perform in Nashville. I performed in Memphis. I performed in Chattanooga multiple times. Oh, I gotta go back there actually next month. And yeah, I love Memphis. I mean, love Tennessee altogether. Altogether. Yeah, man. But Nashville, Murfreesboro, I'm coming. I'm coming.
I saw you got a tour. You got a tour coming together. You putting together, right?
Yeah, so that was on my Instagram. That was from last year. I actually got to change that. That was my tour last year. So I dropped my project, Country Black Man, which is out on all platforms now. That's be stealing from artists and all that. But that, that was the whole entire list from when I dropped the project in June till the rest of the year. So
do you plan on doing that tour again? And what you do is, are you doing the same cities, or now that you just chop your life expansion, do you plan on adding to that?
What I want to do is when I actually make an announcement for the next tour, I wanted to have added other cities, other states to it. So during this tour, I had hit Florida, hit Virginia, North Carolina, Tennessee, Alabama. Those were the 5 cities I hit. So with this next tour, you know what I'm saying, I still want to hit some more. I still want to hit the South, but I want to do a little bit more outside there too. I'm just waiting until I get some of those connections, some things solidified in some of these other areas before I decide to say, okay, cool, I'm going to hit this place up, that place up. So I'm still traveling, still doing my thing with some of the connections I got, but I'm more so focused on, you know what I'm saying, getting more and more cities in my, you know what I'm saying, in my arsenal, more and more people that rock with me in these other states where now I can, when it's time to do this next tour, which will be with the next project, I'll be able to, you know what I'm saying, have a different list of cities and states on that, you know what I'm saying, maybe a couple of the same here and there, but it's going to be more of some newer ones.
You said Virginia too, right?
Oh yeah. I performed in Richmond.
Okay.
Yeah, I performed in Richmond. Yep.
But you haven't been to Texas yet.
I've been to Texas, yeah, but that wasn't part of this tour.
Okay.
Yeah, I performed in Austin a couple times. Yeah, South by Southwest and not South by Southwest. So yeah, I love Texas. Haven't been to Oklahoma yet. That's a stop I want to go to. I've been to South Carolina for different events. I've sold my clothes there, but not to perform. That's definitely a no-brainer. Got to do that soon and hit some more spots in Florida because I only went to Pensacola, and I love Pensacola, but you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to hit some other spots too. So many different spots in Florida I'm trying, that is out there. And Mississippi. Mississippi, yeah. Gotta do Mississippi. Arkansas, yes. Yeah, I do Arkansas. I actually got people in Arkansas, so that gotta happen. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't but a matter of time for real. So I'm just using this time this year just to really, you know what I'm saying, branch out more, see what else is out there so I can be able to plan accordingly for the tour.
What's your you talk a little bit about the Country Black Man, right?
Country Black Man's EP, 5 tracks produced by the 5 Points Bakery. That's DJ Burn One's band. And yeah, just they sent me a folder full of beats in 2020. I wrote to all of them in a day, and we just pretty much just kind of laid out how the track list will go. It took me till last year to actually put it out. You know what I'm saying, with everything that was going on. I ain't gonna lie, I feel like probably if it probably would have benefited a lot dropping it during the pandemic. But I'm glad I did drop it last year, just because I was able to do the tour around it. Which during that time frame when the pandemic was happening, there was none of that. So it just would have been everything just would have been virtual. So, and we know how that go. We know how that went. That virtual time was weird, man.
So you wrote the whole thing in a day.
The whole thing in a day. Yep.
Was that done on purpose? Like, did they say like, "Hey, we need this back as soon as possible," or you just was vibing all the beats, so you just wrote to all of them?
I like to challenge myself. 1, 2. I've been in a lot of situations where people in the industry, they like stuff to be fast. So it's like I've programmed myself to operate more so like that, where I don't like to spend too much time on writing stuff. I can, and if I can, I will. Like, I would love to. It's just I've trained myself not to do that, And at the same time, you know what I'm saying, if I get something from a producer, you know what I'm saying, I like to send it back to them quick to let them know that I'm working. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, we locked in. Don't send these beats to nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Don't think I'm BSing. Like we working. We locked in. So it was more so also me wanting to show how serious I was to the producer at the time, friend, to show him I don't play.
What's your favorite song off of there?
My personal favorite is it switches so much. I would say my personal favorite got to be Mixed Emotions, just because of the stuff I'm talking about in the song. That's track number 4. Most people's personal favorites are going to be in between Flip Some and Miss Calls. Ladies like Miss Calls. Definitely a nice 90s track, you know what I'm saying, that they like. Flip Some is just self-explanatory. Flip Some.
I actually got that quote from the beginning of Mixed Emotions.
Mm-hmm.
They say that sometimes a wise man doesn't say anything at all, but a wise man also knows when he needs to say something as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that definitely stood out to me.
And that came from me.
Yeah.
I didn't get it from nowhere else. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was a time frame I feel like I need to say something, because during that time frame when I wrote that record, this is also like unarmed black killings going on during this time frame. This is a lot of different things. I was out there protesting, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a lot of stuff going on during this you know what I'm saying, 2020 pandemic era. And, you know, it was so much motivation anyway around. I had no choice but to just, you know what I'm saying, create at a certain pace. Like, so that project, if there was no other project that I made at a fast pace, that would be the one that would just automatically be anyways, because of so much inspiration, so much things going on, where if you're able to channel that into creativity, you got a lot of creative, you know what I'm saying, motivation. You got a lot of things that's going to give you something to write about.
That's right.
Yeah.
What is something with the community or the family? I don't know if you have kids or not, but I'll say more with the youth.
Mm-hmm.
What's something that, if you do have kids or kids that follow you, what's something if within yourself that you want to pass down?
So when I do have kids, I got 4 nephews right now, and I got some of my women friends who I'm very close to, like they have kids, and you know what I'm saying, I treat their kids like I'm, you know what I'm saying, like I'm uncle, you know what I'm saying. And one thing I want to pass to them is, well, for one, be an example of Black entrepreneurship. Um, I want to pass down to them the idea of taking it upon yourself to do what it is that you want to do, instead of following a society cycle of, I'm gonna be honest with you, like college, I feel like a lot of times is unnecessary. It's a business like everything else. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying, a lot of folks go to college and they end up in debt, and that's it. You just got this big debt that's just staying with you. You feel me? And because I mean, how many folks actually with their degree are actually doing something with it after they graduate? Right. So it's like taking it upon yourself to make your own thing, find your own way, where you ain't got to worry about when the next time you're getting paid, because you're getting paid bi-weekly, you're getting paid once a month, you're getting paid whenever. You know what I'm saying? Making your own money. As a full-time entrepreneur, there's been days where I've made a month's worth of money in a day, and there's been times where it's been slow. You know what I'm saying? Like it's been time where I might have had went, you know, a whole 2-3 weeks without, you know what I'm saying, really making too much anything. I'm wondering where the hell's the next, you know what I'm saying, the next big chunk of money coming from. Especially with some of these different markets I be doing, man. Like some of this stuff you just never know, because it's all just based on people, and you know, just passing on that, like, you know what I'm saying, the reality of what life really is, not just selling a dream. Because I remember growing up, you know what I'm saying, a lot of the old folks where I'm from saying, oh, go to school, get you a good education, get you a good job. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're saying all that. And it's like, that was what the model was, I guess, for them growing up. But a lot of times they were so stubborn, they didn't understand the world was changing right in front of them, and they getting falling way behind. They didn't even know that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of folks that grew up, you know what I'm saying, when the internet first came out, grew up when social media first came out, it's like you witnessed the transition. And now the kids now, they're way more tech savvy now, and they are living in this time frame. So they already are more open minded, but just continuing to expose them to what the real world is, not trying to sugarcoat anything for them. Where it's like they can be, just because they're kids, like, no, I'm gonna give you the real. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna make you feel good just because, you know what I'm saying, it's a thing to do, and because you're a kid, I feel like you should be naive to it. No, you shouldn't be naive to it, because what's gonna happen is we gonna get out here in this real world, and you will get smacked in the face with some real shit.
Yeah.
You know?
And I want to add to that. And it's not even necessary to you, but anybody watching this, for the whole pushing kids into school and they end up in debt. If you as a parent aren't gonna pay for it flat out, rather than pushing them to take on this debt, it would make this to your entrepreneurship side. It would make more sense as a parent to have your kids in a position where you help them create their credit and teach them how to establish business credit. If you're gonna push them into debt anyway, it would make way more sense to prepare them and even as a parent have understanding about business credit, because it would make way more sense to be in debt with your own business and be able to hustle your way out than to be in debt for some school and they don't even set you up to hustle your way out. They literally put you into like workforce, and damn near half your money is going to trying to pay them back. You know what I'm saying? So based off what you're saying, people need to look into that entrepreneurship side. And if you are going to look at debt, find a way where you could be able to flip the money and you can get yourself out of debt in comparison to put yourself in debt where you damn near never going to get out of that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's real.
And no, that's absolutely right, man. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna be in debt anyway, might as well be in the business debt for your own instead of for somebody else's. Because I mean, that college is somebody else's dream. Somebody else built that. That's somebody else's family that owns that. You know what I'm saying?
Unless again, if you got a good setup, like you got a full ride, full scholarship, you ain't got to pay nothing. Cool, but y'all both made valid points.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, you know, some people want to go to school because they might end up being them doctors and lawyers and engineers. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but that's a purpose behind that, though. I mean, even though you're gonna still be in debt, it's still a purpose behind it. Not just doing it just because it's something to do. Which I feel like that's the mistake that a lot of us made growing up. A lot of folks that's in my age bracket, like they just did it because we was told that was the thing to do, and that was the parents' dream. So we made them happy. You know what I'm saying? With that, it's their trophy now to say they kid, you know what I'm saying, went to college and graduated. Now they can brag and say, you know what I'm saying, I put my kid through school. Okay, but then what?
With you taking on this persona, of course, we as melanated people, sometimes we deal with discrimination or racial prejudice, right? Do you feel like you taking on this persona has lessened that or amplified it?
Listen to amplify what again?
Have melanated people dealing with, sometimes we deal with racial discrimination or prejudice or just racism, anything of that nature. Do you feel like it's amplified or lessened? Have you seen any changes with that, with taking on persona?
I feel like, man, it doesn't, regardless, bro, I'm going to be looked at a certain way in the way I'm a black man, and I'll be confident and proud walking in any room, you know what I'm saying? I walk in a lot of rooms where it might not be people that's, you know what I'm saying, of my skin color. And, yeah, I mean, just anywhere, I feel like it's going to be some type of profiling, some type of stereotyping going on. You can see it in the windows of the eyes of souls of men. You can see it in people's eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't rocking with you. You can see, like, they thinking something about you. It's regardless how I dress, how I look. You know what I'm saying? Especially having locks. Yeah, come on now. I am a nigga.
Have you ever had to like walk out of a situation like that, or do you know? Like, this is on the performance side. Have you ever had to be in a situation where you're like, yeah, I can't, I ain't gonna do this?
Oh, performance. Yeah. There's a show that happened last year. I ended up having to walk away from it just because it was just like the promoter just wasn't giving much of a effort towards answering questions I had, giving, you know what I'm saying, certain insights on different things. So I'm just like, what am I doing? I got people here that came to see me, came with me, came to see me. Like I am helping to bring money to this establishment. You know what I'm saying, to your show, and you just treat me like I'm just any old anybody. All right, for sure. Well, me and my people, we finna go. I'm not gonna waste my time. You know what I'm saying? But also to touch on the racism thing as well. So the first song on my project called Black Man, I talk about that in that project where in that song, the second verse, I talk about how there was a time frame when I was driving Uber, and there was a white man who was drunk. This is all pandemic time. He was drunk. He got in the car. You know what I'm saying? He there was a way you can cancel the ride while still on the while in the car. So he did. He tried to do that. You know what I'm saying? I pointed out to him. Now he just talking about he want to go home. Like, bro, like, yeah, I didn't get paid. So, you know, we go to ATM, you can get some money out, or, you know, I'm about to drop you off somewhere. So, you know what I'm saying? He talking about, you know, he want to go home. I hear some metal click in the back. I bring it up for a reason. So fast forward, we go to a quick trip. I park in the handicap spot. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I'm not getting out the car. So now I'm just like, going back and forth with him. Cause I'm like, you need to go. You need to get out the car. Go get some money. I really going to leave his ass as soon as he got out the car. But it's like, go do something. Get out my car. Yeah. And, you know, so we're going back and forth about that. Policeman pulls up right next to me because I was parked in the handicap spot. He told me I got to move. So now I'm like, okay. So I'm like, okay, this, you know what I'm saying? I don't like talk police, but I'm like, you know what I'm saying? But he ended up getting out the car in. I didn't even know he had a gun out. Yeah. He had a gun out on me. In the back seat. Of course, I didn't see it. That's what the metal clicking was. Yeah. So, so he got the gun out, showing police. Now, if a black man had a gun out on the police, he walked into the police car with a gun out, that policeman would have shot his ass. Yeah. White man. And I was in Cobb County, so I got out of there. I was like, this is just not a good look. But yeah, that was one of the crazy moments I had in life, and that was you know what I'm saying, that was the second verse of Black Man. You know, definitely I would say a racism moment. You know what I'm saying, that was like something that was blatant and something that's recent, the most recent, I feel like.
Stay within the guidelines of just you as an artist. Mm-hmm. What is some future goals that you see for yourself?
Continuing to build the ranch, continue to build my brand, having sponsorships from different brands that do make Western wear. Be able to partner with them, do some different events, grow and cultivate on a festival, giving back, continuing to build on my finances, and you know what I'm saying, be able to help some of my family members get out of certain situations they're in right now. You know what I'm saying? Free Vernon. And definitely help take care of some of the older people in my family that have some. I just want to get them better. I just want to get them to the top of the top, the best of the best. You know what I'm saying? Medical situations. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I'll put them somewhere where they ain't got to worry about too much of nothing, type deal. So that's future for me.
That's man. Everything you said before. You also, I'm gonna manifest. So I see you manifest.
Facts.
So I got 5 quick hitters for you.
All right.
I'm either say a phrase or a question. I want you to say what first comes to mind. It can be a sentence or just a word or phrase.
Sure.
North Carolina.
Sticks.
Black man.
Me. Us.
Mm-hmm. Love.
Power.
Okay, you still going. You still cooking. My fault.
You know what I'm saying? No, it's just like I had to, I need, like, that's the first thing that came to my mind. I'm like, that's selfish. No, us. Mm. And I was like, no, power. Mm. You know?
Love.
Energy.
Evolution.
Fear. Mm. People scared of the change.
Hurd.
I'll say aggression. Mm. You know?
Nah, because I
mean that, you know and intentional, just feel it. You know? It's just something, I want you to feel it. That's why I say that. When I say that, I want you to feel what I'm saying.
Like when Master
Yeah.
P used to do the
Yeah, you feel me?
I
Like, yeah,
I heard that.
yeah.
No, that was it, man.
That's it. Okay,
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah. So, and you can follow me everywhere at I am Milestone. That's 4 words. I am Milestone. You know what I'm saying? Also got the ranch I told y'all about. That's ET Horses 2022. Famlei Market, Famlei Market.com. Country Black Man's on all streaming platforms. And definitely follow me, you know what I'm saying, tap in with stories, you know what I'm saying, tap in whatever I got going on. Not just because I'm an artist, because I got other things too that, you know what I'm saying, you want to do. You know what I'm saying? You get somebody there who got a significant other, you can come to the ranch, you know what I'm saying, come bring them. That's a nice date. I'm telling you, fellas, nice date. Might want to do it. Tap in with me, you know what I'm saying? I got some nice clothes for you too, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta just be wearing the same old outfits all damn time. You come rock with me, come shop with me, you did.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he said, go ahead and follow Milestone. You know, if you see this episode here, or even for the people that's on his live right now, Renaissance for the Soul. If you like it, we love it. We want to continue to push that love culture. And like we always say, you know, you can use me, but don't misuse me. And I want to thank you for coming on, man.
Yes, sir.
Much
Appreciate y'all.
appreciated.
Yes,
We want
sir.
to have you on again.
Yeah.
Go ahead
With
and end it for us, Charles.
Man, y'all make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share this, man. Whatever platform you're indulging in. And y'all keep your hearts pure. And again, I appreciate you, bro, for coming through.
Oh, appreciate you, man. Much love.
He's on all streaming networks. Love y'all.
Peace.
Appreciate y'all, man. So, yes, sir.